I'm ready. I'm a professional.
Serious. Be serious.
My name is David Avalos. I'm a professor here in the School of Arts at Cal State University, San Marcos. Well, I consider myself a Chicano artist. I really wasn't making art seriously until I went with a group of friends to the Centro Cultural de la Raza in 1974, and at that time, the artists at the Centro Cultural were painting murals on the exterior wall, and they invited me to paint murals, and I really enjoyed it. It was the first public work I had ever done, and it was the first work of Chicano art I had ever done. I liked being around the group of people that I was with. Some of the artists were also dancers, others musicians. I just liked being in that atmosphere and around those folks. And over time, I worked more and more with Chicanas and Chicanos until finally I started working permanently at the Centro in 1978. And it was a wonderful experience. I saw how art could be interdisciplinary. I saw how art could be collaborative. I saw how art could have a purpose to serve the community. I worked with many of the original members of a group called Los Toltecas en Aztlán, who founded the Centro Cultural, and they believed that art should serve the community, and that being a Chicana, Chicano, meant self-respect, self-determination, and self-sacrifice. So I brought those things with me, the values and virtues of Chicana, Chicano art, to Cal State University San Marcos when I came here in 1991. My favorite art medium as a sculptor is assemblage, and that's where I take found objects, that is, objects that were created for one purpose, and then I repurpose them and configure them with other objects to make an artwork. An example would be my hubcap milagros, where I take hubcaps and incorporate them into art objects that many of which have social and political meaning. One of the pieces that I did in 1988, I did with Lewis Hawk and Elizabeth Cisco. It was really Elizabeth Cisco who wanted to do something about the situation of the Border Patrol apprehending immigrant labor, many times unauthorized, undocumented immigrant labor. Everybody in San Diego was talking about how San Diego needed to put its best foot forward, put its best face on to welcome the tourists to come to San Diego to see the Super Bowl. And the three of us knew that you couldn't have a Super Bowl in a town that didn't have a tourist industry. And the tourist industry in San Diego depended to a great extent, a very great extent, on the labor of unauthorized immigrants, mostly Mexican and Central American immigrants. So we created a poster, and the poster was an image of a Border Patrol agent handcuffing two people together, two brown-skinned men together, and on either side there was an image of a hand that was about to enter a room to change the linen, the chambermaid, and then on the other side there was an image of a plate being scraped by a busboy. And a lot of those jobs are held by Mexican, Central American women and men. So I want students to realize that we all have imaginations, that we all have creative powers. It can be expressed in different ways. I think that I want students to understand that it's very important to cherish our liberty, to cherish our freedom of conscience, to at the same time seek happiness, and that requires an open mind, a curiosity, and the courage to follow your curiosity where it leads you. I think that if students leave my classroom and they don't remember a single artist's name or a single date that a painting was painted, but they do remember that they have within them the creative ability to connect with other people and with the whole universe, I think I've succeeded.